Dogs are everywhere, from outer space to our own backyard. And it makes me wonder, why haven't we asked dogs, what's good, dog? What would you like? What place would you want to go where you could feel more like a dog? That question was answered in a movie called Hotel for Dogs. It's a 2009 rom-com thriller about two orphans, some dogs, and the shenanigans that ensue.
I don't need your attitude about setting the table, okay? Don't be lazy. I need cinnamon.
And if you'd like me to talk more about movies, please drop a like and comment what other movie you would like me to watch. But anyway, let's get started. So the movie starts with this dog, Friday, tied up, and he's hungry. So hungry, in fact, that he gets himself out of his chains and he runs down the street looking for food. And he smells this dog, this hot dog, for this hot dog. And when he gets to the guy who has the hot dog, this guy just teases him. Dog, what kind of day would you have to be having in order for you to see a dog hungry and instead of like shooing the dog away or just giving him some of your hot dog, you start just fucking with him? Just, oh, you want the dog? Oh, you want the dog? Fuck you. My dog. So then we cut to this kid, Bruce, in the bathroom. And what is he doing in the bathroom besides dropping number 2? He's dropping scams, because he's making a knockoff. He takes this knockoff and breaks it to his big sister, Andy, to pawn off.
How we do?
$27.
Nobody questions shrink wrap.
Your Honor, my client didn't kill those people. Oh, you would like to talk to him? Well, I think you're gonna find the questioning a bit hard. Well, I guess they didn't make it real enough, because they get caught and they get brought to the proper authorities. And who's the proper authority besides Rhodey damn War Machine? I just imagine he has the suit and he's just like he's like took the kids by the arm and he's just like flying with them and talking to them about like, hey man, you can't just keep doing this, man. You know, I may be War Machine, but I got other things.
Preferences from home interface.
The War Machine takes these kids back to their foster parents because they're orphans. And who is the foster parents besides Phoebe from Friends, who's a rock musician here? I guess nobody really knows how life is gonna go. Certainly not this way. And throughout the movie, they do their damnedest to take every shot they can at Phoebe and her husband Carl as like bad foster parents.
All right, could we just get back to the issue at hand, okay? I'm a kind woman, okay? But we have rules, okay? We serve dinner at a certain time so we can finish dinner at a certain time.
So we can drop our rock manifesto on the world at a certain time.
Okay, but those times have come and gone. So, where were they?
But honestly, they don't sound that bad. You know, her rules kind of sound like my home. But, you know, minus the smelly cats.
Smelly cat, what are they feeding you? Smelly cat, smelly cat.
So the next day, after breakfast shenanigans, well, the most important shenanigans before dinner shenanigans, Friday goes missing. And through this, we meet the second half of our little crew. There's a lot of tropes in early 2000 movies. And one of the tropes they utilize here in this movie is the basic white boy love interest trope. You know, like he's not like a celebrity rock star singing in front of thousands of people. He's not like so caring that he's like giving up his left arm to orphans without left arms to like study, and so they can give these no left arm having orphans left arms. He's just a guy. Just a guy working a 9 to 5. And true to the trope name, Andy falls for him.
Friday, that's a funny name. I bet when you find him, you'll say, "Thank God it's Friday." Right? It's a joke.
quirked up white boy at it again. And through meeting this quirked up white boy, we learned that Friday's in the pound, where we meet the villains for this movie.
There he is. Friday, there he is. There he is. Friday. Friday. Yeah, that's our dog.
What is up with this town and hating dogs? Is this your dog? Is this the dog you loved and cared for since it was a pup and that you care for a lot? I'm a cat person. Meow. So they go to the front desk and they learn they need an adult in order to get the dog out.
We're open till 6. Get your parents to come back. We'll figure it out.
Wait, come on. We're already here. It's our dog.
Yeah, well, there's a lot of paperwork. Grown-up paperwork. There's always a guy who screws up the paperwork. But you see this guy? I'm not that guy.
You're not that guy, pal. Trust me. You're not that guy.
Jesus, dude, looks like he's at the end of the leash, which just has to be illegal. You said what? Not illegal? Any shelter can do this? Whenever they feel like? Dang. I guess this really is a dog-eat-dog world. So, in order to get Friday out, they do a very ancient and like secret technique that most people don't know about. They bribe him. This dude talked such a big talk earlier in this movie about like doing his job properly. What happened to all that energy? Yes, I do my job to the letter. If it's not in the book, I don't do it. Don't ask me to do anything outside the book.
Would you do it for a Scooby snack?
Ruh-roh. So while they get Friday back, they immediately start talking about maybe giving Friday up. Which honestly, those are a couple of valid points. But also, if you were just gonna think about giving him up, you should have just left him at the pound. You know? Maybe he would have gotten adopted by a caring family. But I guess he did say they were gonna kill him. Like immediately as soon as they got him. I guess that's a good idea. While they're contemplating the decisions laid out before them, they get interrupted by a robbery. And the cops immediately show up. And what do these kids do?
You kids, hold it right there.
We can't get in trouble again. We didn't do anything wrong. You want to tell them that?
Don't run. You're gonna look more suspicious. They could have just stayed and talked. It's not like they're gonna immediately arrest you because you were just standing close to a place that crime happens. If that was the case, I wouldn't walk close to a prison because they'd immediately arrest me, saying that I'm an escaped convict on my way to fucking Chipotle. As they run, they find a building to hide in. And this building apparently houses a couple of dogs. And while they're exploring this building, they find out that this is a hotel. So this is some sort of hotel safe haven for lost strays. Oh, interesting. So because this is a safe haven, they decide, hey, let's leave Friday here and we'll think about everything else in the morning. So the next morning, they say, hey, let's pack up some food here to give to the dogs, you know, because they're going to be hungry. And while they're packing up this food and getting ready to go see these dogs, they hear the one big dog howling from blocks away. And I guess the whole city can hear them because people are stopped and standing and just listening to the dog.
What is that?
This is a big city, right? I'm guessing this was modeled after New York. No shot. You can hear one dog in the hustle and bustle of the big city. I refuse to believe that's what's happening right now. When they get to the hotel, they calm this dog down by basically opening a window. There's a joke here. I acknowledge there's a joke here. I'm just not smart enough to say it. Comment down below what you think the joke is. So they give the food over to the dogs, and apparently Phoebe's a bad cook. Such a bad cook that they don't want the food. So Andy decides, hey, Bruce, stay there. I'm gonna go get us some food for the dogs. And while Andy's out, we meet the white boy again. And she just straight up lies to his face.
That's 40 pounds, by the way.
Yeah, that's probably right.
For that little dog on the flyer, 40 pounds?
Well, the thing is, I have 3 dogs. 2 of them are strays. My parents, they just love animals.
Oh, that's great.
You know, they're the best. I'm really lucky. We have this big yard, and we just rescue dogs all the time.
All the time?
Why? Why lie? Why lie to basic white boy? Why? I guess it's illegal. You know, what they're doing is illegal. But I guess he's so impressed that he decides, hey, keep taking more dogs. And he's very pushy about it.
Look, I'm sorry, but there's no way that I can just
Try taking care of a few strays. What's 3 more?
3?
Not that many? 3 dogs is a lot of dogs for one person to take care of. Even if it is a family of people, that's still 3 more dogs that they have. It's not like she's running some sort of place where you can leave a dog and they stay overnight until they find some place to be adopted, like some sort of doggy daycare style place. But I guess a local white boy has basic white charm and charged Andy into taking the dogs.
This place looks condemned. What are we doing here?
It's where we keep the dogs.
Well, are you allowed to be in there?
No, so let's move it.
Hey, hold on. Why'd you lie in the first place if you're just gonna go ahead and just tell the truth right afterwards? There was literally no point in lying. I guess Dave didn't find this suspicious, which is the local white boy's name. I guess Dave didn't find it suspicious because he didn't ask any questions about the lies. But I guess he's not curious because we all know who Curiosity killed. And Dave's a dog person. And when they get back, I guess Bruce has made a fetch machine, which we run into another trope that a lot of early 2000 movies have. You know, the kid genius, the kid that can like build anything out of anything type trope. And as a kid, I felt so dumb watching the kid genius trope because I was a smart kid growing up. Yeah, I was an okay, decent, smart kid, but I felt so dumb compared to these kid geniuses who are making like immaculate machines out of a box of scraps, you know. And I'm standing there as a kid playing with a stick outside, pretending it's a sword, and I'm just feeling dumb and stupid. I guess somebody else found Dave's machine amazing because they got followed by a co-worker, and she joins them in because she wants to help. No other reason. And just like that, the crew's all together and they start cleaning and caring for these dogs. It's a lot tougher and harder than they thought. I mean, what they expect? They're just kids. They're trying to run some sort of facility for the untamed canine. But then Bruce gets an idea. He decides to make a couple of machines. He gets treadmills for the dogs to walk so they don't have to go out and take them for a walk. Automatic feeders so the dogs can eat when they're not there. Self-cleaning fire hydrants so that way, you know, they can piss on the hydrant. And a toilet that throws away the pee-pee poo-poos for the dogs for them. Which this begs a question to me. You know, just a simple question. Who's paying for all this? Let's just assume, right, that Bruce finds all these items laying around to make these immaculations for the dogs, right? They're using water and electricity. So how are you using water and electricity? Who's paying for all this? Is Francis paying for all this? Duke Francis, the person who owns this hotel, whose name flashed for like 2 seconds. Also, fun fact, I looked it up, Francis Duke, and nothing. It was nothing. It was a fake name they made up. I don't know why, but it piqued my interest, and I thought it was like maybe like some old ancient like hotel for dogs actually that happened in real life, and that's why that's how they tied it in. But nah, it's some whole fake hotel name. I just imagine like a very like Monopoly man rich guy just sitting on a private island. Yeah. $10,000 for what? The old rundown hotel. There are dogs there, and while they're admiring their work, they get caught again by some random dude who just wanders in from the outside. These kids cannot just lock a door. You know what I mean? Just lock the door. And so this new guy convinces them to let him in by a little bit of persuasion from our local white boy.
Those are 2 fine-looking hot women you have behind you, and let's face it, you can't date them both. So what do you have dibs on?
Damn. Nothing like a bit of misogyny in my early 2000s children movie. With one new member, they decide, hey, we can take on a lot more dogs. So what do? Do they take on like maybe 1 or 2, 3 maybe? Do they intercept every call that the pound gets about every stray dog and then comes to the rescue of that dog, take it into the facility, train them, and then feed and house them so that way they won't get killed by this kill shelter? Who's to say? Which also, it begs another question, right? How are they paying to feed these dogs, right? I know Dave said that he's gonna give them some money, you know, so they can feed the 4 dogs. That's a lot of dogs that they got right there. So I looked it up. Apparently, it took 72 dogs to make this movie, and it turns out it takes $2 to $3 of food a day per dog. So that means at the lowest end of the spectrum, they are spending $142 a day to $350 a day for food per dog. No shot our local white boy has as much money. He may have basic white boy charm. I don't think he has rich white boy energy. I mean, this must have cost an arm and a leg, or should I say a paw and a leg? Because they're dogs. What are they, some kind of hotel for dogs? While Annie's brooding, our local white boy invites her to a party. And while Annie is at this party, Bruce gets caught stealing. I thought they got all this stuff like lying around the hotel, or like maybe they went to like a junkyard or yard sale every now and then. I didn't know he was just straight stealing from Phoebe. It's one thing to steal from your foster parents, but it's a whole entire thing entirely to steal from your foster parents and then catch an attitude about it.
So what else have you stolen?
Nothing.
So you admit you did steal it?
Never said that, Lois.
You might as well tell the truth. Do you really think you could outsmart us?
Rather not answer that question, Carl.
Dude, come on now. You literally stole from them and then are now catching an attitude from getting caught stealing. That's wild. And instead of, dealing with the consequences of his actions, he decides to run away with his tail between his legs. And at the party, things aren't going so well for Andy. Because a dude from her foster family's building is there at the party and basically exposes her foster parents. And what does she do? Our Andy, our big girl who's a big adult running a hotel, does she tell the truth and confess the lies that she's told them to the people who have been helping her run this hotel for months through the blood, sweat, and dog saliva? Nah, she just starts lying.
Do I know you from somewhere?
Yeah, you live in my grandmother's building with the Scudders.
No, I'm over on Oak. I have one of those faces, though.
No, you live with the Scudders. Come on, help me out here. I'm not crazy.
Andy, what is he talking about?
Oh my God, you guys, it's no big deal. So I guess the Scudders have been foster parents before. Big deal. They're also our aunt and uncle. We're just staying with them while our parents are traveling in China. And we just call them our parents because it's easier than talking about this whole long, boring story, okay? I'm thirsty. Anyone else?
I guess she spent too much time with dogs. Cause what is she yapping about? Just an FYI to my viewers. If someone is looking at you like this,
Oh my God, bro. Oh, hell no, man. What the fuck?
why you're lying, stop talking. Cause they don't believe you. That's not the face of someone who believes what you're saying. That's if God himself told Andy to just shush. She gets liquid spilt all over her, and I guess runs away from the embarrassment of juice hitting her dress. And back at the hotel, things are getting even worse for the gang because the automatic dog feeders that that Bruce has made are failing. While the dogs are rioting, Bruce gets there and calms the dogs down. But when he gets there, he leads Carl and Phoebe there as well. And they shut down this hotel full of dogs. I don't see why. I mean, they're not doing anything like too illegal, right? Is that what they're doing? Trespassing? Stealing? Intercepting calls from a government facility. Okay, so what they were doing were illegal. And Phoebe was so upset that these kids would steal for them that she decides, hey, I'm not taking these kids no more. And they get sent away. And so while they're having this heart-to-heart, Bruce says this.
If I had to do it over again, I'd do the exact same thing.
Really? You'd change nothing? Absolutely nothing? You wouldn't, I don't know, fix the automatic feeder so that way it wouldn't malfunction, or I don't know, hide the fact that you were stealing from your foster parents better, or hey, throwing this out there, lock the damn door. Because these kids, if they had locked the door, most of the problems that they have faced throughout this movie wouldn't have happened. And while we get this sad montage, we learn that all the dogs that they were taking care of are gonna get killed by the next morning. Okay, this has to be illegal, right? You said what? It's not. Any shelter can kill all their dogs. Damn. That's rough. But I guess Friday won't stand for this. So he breaks out of his chains. He runs out of that facility. He finds the kids. And after a pep talk, or should I say a pep bark, they devise a plan to take these dogs. They decide they're going to break these dogs out of the facility and take these dogs over the county line. Now, while they're going through this plan, I thought that they were going to get like a bunch of vans, you know, get all the dogs in the van and then like have like a kind of pseudo car chase over the county line. But no, they decide to like run the dogs out of the facility to the county. And some of these dogs, I will believe that yes, they can get over the county line. But this dog and this one too? Don't get me started on this one. No shot that these dogs can get over the county line. I refuse to believe that. But while they're getting through this plan, Friday gets a whiff of something. I smell a home. And he decides, fuck the plan. I'm going back to this hotel. When the dogs get to the hotel, the whole town is there to watch these dogs get taken away. And over this whole ordeal, one man stands above it all.
Okay, now who are you?
Goddamn War Machine.
Like I said, get him out of here.
Brody then calls her dog's name one by one to show that they are all trained and ready to be adopted. And the town fucking loves it. They love it so much that they run upstairs to go look at the dogs and the stuff that they can do. And look at this one guy. This dude fucking loves it. Fucking loves these dogs. And a lot of these dogs get adopted. It's not only dogs that are getting adopted though, because War Machine and his wife decide to adopt Andy and Bruce. We got his name. I keep confusing his name with Max, because I don't know if you know this. He's Max from Wizard of Waverly Place. It's hard for me to not see the wizard, you know. Maybe that's why he's so good with machines. Because, spoiler alert, for this like 10-year-old or 5-year-old movie, he doesn't get magic in the end of it. So I guess he just has to learn machines. The movie ends with War Machine, I guess, buying the hotel and converting it to an actual hotel for dogs. Because I figured he gets a loan from Tony Stark, so hey, that dude's rich. And some of the dogs get adopted. Some of them start working at the hotel. And also Phoebe and Carl are there, working as musicians. So all's well that ends well. All in all, I think this is a fun and campy movie that I barely enjoyed. I like the dogs, and I like seeing the inventions that Bruce came up with, or I guess the producers came up with, to like take care of dogs. I found it all fun, and it was just campy, good time. And fun fact about the movie, apparently all the dogs got adopted at the end. So that's good news. So yeah, I think the movie's good. I'd rate this 4 out of 5 bones. Get it? Because they're dogs. What are they? Some kind of hotel for dogs?